ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाखाय चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुन् श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सार्वधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धून एव च पतितानं पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Thank you, devotees. So last time I think we had completed text number 2.3. Today we are heading to text number 2.4. Let's see what the text has in for us. I'll just share the screen with you all. Yeah. Maybe you all can just unmute yourselves and repeat after me. Arjun Nuvacha. कथं भीष्मम् अहं संख्ये
कथं भीष्मम् अहं संख्ये
द्रोणं च मधुसूदन
द्रोणं च मधुसूदन
इषुभिः प्रतियोत्स्यामि
इषुभिः प्रतियोत्स्यामि
पूजार्हाव अरिसूदन।
पूजार्हावरिसूदन।
अर्जुन उवाच कथं भीष्मम् अहं सांख्ये
कथं भीष्मम् अहं संख्ये
द्रोणं च मधुसूदन
द्रोणं च मधुसूदन
इषुभिः प्रतियोत्स्यामि पूजार्हावरिसूदन। I'll just recite the next shloka also. You all can recite with me. Gurun hatva hi mahanubavan.
Gurun
hatva hi mahanubavan. श्रेयो भुक्तं भैक्षं पिह लोके
श्रेयो भुक्तं भैक्षं
श्रेयो भोक्तुं भैक्षं पिह लोके
श्रेयो भैक्षं पिह लोके
हत्वार्थ कामास्तु गुरुन्निहैव हत्वार्था कामांस्तु गुरुन्निहैव Bhunja Bhujjiya Bhogan Rudhira Pradhigdhana.
Punjya Bhoga
Bhujjiya Bhogan Rudhira Pradhigadhan.
Punjya Bhoga
Yeah, thank you, devotees. You all can mute yourselves. So the translation of this particular shloka is Arjuna said, O killer of enemies, O killer of Madhu, how can I counteract with arrows in battle men like Bhishma and Drona who are worthy of my worship? Respectful superiors like Bhishma, the grandfather, and Dronacharya, the teachers, are always worshipable. Even if they attack, they should not be counteracted. It is general etiquette that superiors are not to be offered even a verbal fight. So this is the principle basically. Even in our own homes, we should not have any verbal fight with our own superiors also. Sometimes because of generation gap, there might be arguments. There can be difference of opinions also, but we should not give a verbal fight to our superiors. Maybe our mother-in-laws or father-in-laws or elder brother-in-laws. We should not. Even if they are sometimes harsh in behavior, they should not be harshly treated. So if somebody is treating us very harshly, we have to show our Vaishnava qualities that we should not behave with them harshly. Then how is it possible for Arjuna to counteract them? Would Krishna ever attack his own grandfather Ugrasena or his teacher Sandipani Muni? These were some of the arguments offered by Arjuna to Krishna. So see, in the previous shlokas, Krishna is chastising and decrying Arjuna. But now from this particular shloka, Arjuna is speaking. So he is giving his valid reasons and counter answers. And in this next shloka, it would be better to live in this world by begging than to live at the cost of the lives of great souls who are my teachers. Even though desiring worldly gain, they are superiors. If they are killed, everything we enjoy will be tainted with blood. According to scriptural codes, a teacher who engages in an abominable action has lost his sense of discrimination, is fit to be abandoned. So another principle over here, who is fit to be abandoned? A particular teacher who is engaging in any abominable action. Abominable action means what? Which is against dharma. Maybe he's cheating people, he's looting people, he's duplicit, he's a hypocrite, or he does not walk his own talk, he's a womanizer. So he's lost his sense of discrimination. He should be abandoned. Bhishma and Drona were obliged to take the side of Duryodhana because of his financial assistance. Although they should not have accepted such a position simply on financial considerations. Under the circumstances, they have lost the respectability of teachers. But Arjuna thinks that nevertheless they remain his superiors, and therefore to enjoy material profits after killing them would mean to enjoy spoils tainted with blood. So see over here, though Bhishma and Drona, they have actually lost their respectful positions because they are on the side of adharma. But still, Arjuna is not seeing the present tense. Arjuna is seeing the past tense. He's seeing that Drona is my teacher and he has trained me in this military, he's taught me the military, he's taught me arms and ammunition, he's taught me everything. And Bhishma is my own, grandfather. So how is it possible that I can actually kill my own grandfather, my own superiors? So he does not want to accept that warfare by fighting with his own superiors. So now there are two lessons in this. Okay, firstly, if you see in 2.3, Krishna immediately is decrying Arjuna's decision with the world, with Kaibalyam, like means, if you tell, a Kshatriya that you're impotent, why? Because Kshatriyas are by nature very proud and virile. So when you accuse a particular Kshatriya by saying that, oh, you are impotent, you're weak, So actually Krishna was slapping Arjuna over there, but simultaneously Krishna is reminding Arjuna of his great heritage by addressing him as Partha, because he is the son of Pritha. So Arjuna is the son of Indra, who is a very great warrior. And Indra is also the king of the heavenly planet. So Krishna wants to, to know how someone with such a high birth, high parentage could act like a, Kshatriya Bandhu. And simply, if you're a member of the Kshatriya family, then an actual Kshatriya. So Prabhupada says that if the son of a Kshatriya is declining to fight, then he is Kshatriya in name only. And Krishna did not accept Arjuna's numerous arguments. So he is saying that, you are even Shudram. Shudram means completely low class and very petty. So Krishna is directing, this insult to Arjuna to challenge him again and again, to steer his, uska khoon kholane ke liye he is giving this instruction. And now in this particular shloka 2.4, now Arjuna is actually counter arguing with Krishna and giving his answers. Arjuna wants Krishna to know that his decision not to fight is actually due to strong heartedness and not weak heartedness. Because Srila Prabhupada is mentioning over here that offering even a verbal argument to one's superior, transgresses Vedic etiquette. Then what to speak of fighting and killing them? So according to Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, by addressing Krishna as Madhusudana and Arisudana, Arjuna calls, attention to the fact that Krishna, you are the killer of the enemies. So how is it possible that you have killed your own enemy, but you never killed your own guru and you never killed your own grandfather Ugrasena? So Arjuna, he says that I would prefer to offer flowers at their lotus feet of Drona and Bhishma, but I would not offer arrows to them. So, but how would Arjuna maintain himself if, he were to give up his duty as a Kshatriya or a warrior and not fight? So now in 2.5, again, they're saying that Kshatriyas do not beg, they rule. And without a kingdom, Arjuna would have to and have nothing to do other than to just take a begging bowl and move places to places. So now Arjuna is very well aware that, but he prefers the embarrassment of begging to sinful reaction. He's telling, मैं भीख मांगना पसंद करूंगा, other than to, embarrass my own superiors and taking some sinful reactions for killing my worshipable superiors. So although in this present life, life would be very difficult, but at least my future would not be, tainted with the sin of killing my own gurus. So this is what is being said in this. And again, in this 2.4, there are some arguments in Arjuna's mind also while he is speaking that, I don't want to fight with my superiors because they are very much, what do you say, they are very much worshipable. I don't want them to be killed at any cost of time, any cost. So he's giving his arguments, and over here he's trying to prove his strong heartedness, because why Krishna had accused in the previous shloka that you are weak hearted, hriday daurbalyam, he had to use the word in the previous, that's weakness of the heart. That is, you're showing false magnanimity to Bhishma and Drona. He's just using a justification point to avoid battle. And that is why this is not acceptable by anybody. So now if you see in this 2.5 also, there are two focus, learning points. They are like, one is your Dharma Shastra and one is the Artha Shastra. So Artha Shastra means actually rules of politics and sociology, which is recommending killing of aggressors. So if you have some aggressors, we'll see actually what are those aggressors also. Aggressors means anybody killing your guru's wife or your wife or sister or mother, they're called aggressors. So Arjuna gives more weightage to Dharma Shastras. Dharma Shastras are what? They are religious principles. And these religious principles, they actually promote forgiveness. So Arjuna is saying that I will follow, Dharma Shastra, because Dharma Shastra tells you that, you have to have that nature of forgiving more. And also, these scriptural codes, their recommendation that on killing the teachers and relatives, you will also incur sins. So now the principle, as we mentioned, that whoever is your teacher or whoever is your superior, when he or she is supposed to be abandoned, whether he or she is engaging in an abominable action or lost his sense of discrimination, and now still Arjuna is preferring forgiveness. Why? Because the unique nature of these aggressors, is what? One is his guru, who has taught him the military art, and the other is his own grandfather. So that is why Arjuna does not want to fight them out. Arjuna just wants to uh, just be very forgiving by nature as such. So over here, if you see in this particular shloka, that uh, where Prabhupada is actually, mentioning that the first problem with Arjuna was that how will he kill his family men, now when he's chastised by Krishna as a friend, so Krishna is saying, why are you so weak? And don't be so weak. This is, sentimentalism. Sometimes we also become weak, and we also show, compassion. So this, when, we should know what is compassion also. Compassion for the person should be there, not for the dress of that particular person. So that compassion, that compassion which Arjuna is showing is actually sentiment. He's saying uttishta. So he's saying you better give up in your fight. So, but if I don't want to do something, then so many other excuses you will have. Like so. So now he's over here presenting that Gurun. Okay, Krishna, you are talking about kingsmen. I accept that it is my weakness. But how do you advise me to, kill my gurus? Dronacharya is my guru. Bhishma is also my guru. So why do you want me to kill him? So he's saying that Gurun hi hatva. Gurun hi hatva. See, these are not any ordinary guru. They are very extraordinary. They are who? They are Mahanubhava. So if you see, Bhishma is a very great, fighter. He has great valor. He's a great devotee also. And similarly, Dronacharya is also very, very great personality. So he's a Mahanubhavan. So these are two very great personalities, and they're not only my gurus, but they are very great personalities also. So now Krishna over here is in this particular shlokas is being addressed as Madhusudana. So one of Krishna's enemy was named Madhu, and he was a demon. So he was killed by Krishna. So he's saying that Arjuna is saying that you are Madhusudana, you are killer of your enemies. How can you, give me any evidence that you have killed your guru? You have killed so many demons, but have you ever killed your own teachers and gurus? So then why are you asking me to, kill my own people? So then he's saying that he's using the word Ari Sudana. Ari means enemy and Madhusudana. So he's the killer of this demon. And Ari means even enemy. So he's the killer of his enemy also. So Krishna has killed many, many demons. And this Ari who has, come to fight with him as an enemy. So that is why his name is Ari Sudana. Krishna's name is Ari Sudana. He's killing his, enemies. So Krishna has so many enemies. Then what to speak, of ourselves. So this, if you see, material world is so made that there are so many enemies. But then he's saying that mat sarartha means they're envious also, they're jealous also. And this material world is made only in this way, that there will be envy, there will be jealousy, and this is very natural. But there is jealousy for the Supreme Lord also. So, people might argue that, why Krishna should be accepted by God. That was, many people make this argument. But so, Krishna has so many enemies. So, but everyone who is in this material world is the enemy of Krishna. Everyone. So, because, they want to compete with Krishna. And Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita that Bhoktaram Yagna Tapasam Sarva Loka Maheshwaram Surida Sarva Bhutanam Gyatva Mam Shantim Richati. He's saying that I am Sarva Loka Maheshwaram. I am the supreme proprietor. And even in the Vedas, it is said that Isyavasam Idam Sarvam. If we have learned, in Ishopanishad Mantra 1 also. He's saying that everything is the property of the Supreme Lord. And these are the Vedic injunctions are also saying that what is that shloka? Sarvam khalam idam brahma. So everything is coming. From whom everything is coming? Everything is coming from Krishna. Yato va imani bhutani jayante. So that is why everything is coming from Krishna only. And whether he further is saying that Janmati yasya yata. These in the Vedic versions only, it is said that because we have become enemies of Krishna, so or people have become enemies of Krishna, so they're arguing that why Krishna shall be, the proprietor. I am the proprietor. Why Krishna should be God only? I also can be God. I have also got another God. Here is another God. There is another God. So Krishna has many, many enemies. Ari Sudana. So he has to kill these demons who claim themselves to be God. So if you see when Krishna comes to this material planet, he primarily comes for two businesses. He comes for 4.8. What is that shloka? Paritranay sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam. He's coming actually to kill the miscreants also. The demons challenge Krishna, and they want to compete with Krishna, and they want to actually, they want to take away Krishna's properties also. So all those who want to compete with Krishna and want to take away his property, they all are Krishna's enemy, and that is why these enemies should be killed. So this is the first reason Krishna comes for. And Paritranay Sadhunam, to give enjoyment to his devotees. So now this killing is there. And here Krishna is killing his enemies. But, that killing is not very ordinary. So then, the next question might just arise that, okay, enemies can, Krishna can kill the enemies, admitted. But then Arjuna is saying that why are you asking me, or why are you advising me to kill my own gurus? If Krishna, for Krishna's sake, if there is need, then you have to kill your own guru also. That is Krishna's desire, that you kill your guru. Why? Because the guru has not acted according to the codes of conduct. He is not acted according to the Dharma Shastras. He is acted according to the Artha Shastras. So that is the philosophy. So for Krishna's sake, you have to kill. If Krishna wants, then you cannot deny him. If Krishna wants that we should kill our guru, then we have to do it. And that is Krishna consciousness. So, of course, Krishna will not ask to kill the guru, but because guru and Krishna are the same. So, in Chaitanya Charitamrita, it said that Guru Krishna Pai Bhakti Lata Bij. By the mercy of Krishna, you get a guru. And then when you serve the guru, you follow the guru's instructions, you follow him sincerely and strictly. Then by the mercy of guru, then you get Krishna. So we have got this Krishna consciousness through the mercy of Guru and Krishna. Now somebody might ask, I don't know who my Guru is, but yes, currently you are hearing Srila Prabhupada, he is your Guru. He is your Shiksha Guru. So the real Guru is never to be killed. So, but the Guru who is a false Guru, who is not acting according to the codes of conduct, then that Guru should be killed. Well, like Prahlad Maharaj is saying that, where Prahlad Maharaj is standing and Narsimha Dev is actually killing his father. So, but for Prahlad Maharaj, father is the Guru. Sarva Devomya Guruhu. So, similarly, the father is also the Guru. And he's the, he's, at least for Prahlad Maharaj, he was the official, guru. So, but materially, the father is the guru. But if you see in the spiritual life, then your spiritual master becomes your official guru. So now Prahlad Maharaj is, allowing Narsim Dev to kill his guru. He's the father. So, Hiranyakashipu is the father. So nobody would like to see his father, being killed by some person. And you'll just stand that, okay, okay, my father. But, and we will protest also. So, but if the father is like a demon, then, you will not protest. So, Arjuna is saying that, okay, my father is being killed and my, teachers are being killed and I will not protest. Is it my duty? No, this is not my duty. When my father is attacked, I must protest. At least if I am not able to fight, at least I must lay down my life. So, how is that, I'll allow my father to be killed in front of my eyes, grandfather or guru. So, this is actually our duty. So, but Prahlad Maharaj over here did not protest. Though Prahlad Maharaj could have requested that, though Prahlad Maharaj could have said that, okay, because though Prahlad is a devotee of the Lord, he could have requested that, okay, my dear Lord Narsimha Dev, you please excuse my father, please forgive him. He didn't, but, let my father not be killed, so he could have begged. But that time when Narsimha Dev was actually killing his father, he did not beg. But later on, Prahlad Maharaj begged for his father in a very different way. First of all, when Narsimha Dev was angry, he was killing the body and he knew that, the body is not my father. He separated the body and the soul of the father. So, there Prahlad Maharaj is not protesting. He's saying that let the Lord satisfy himself by killing the body of my father and then I shall save him. So later on, we know that Prahlad Maharaj offered Narsingh Dev praise and then, he requested and Lord Narsingh Dev was very much pleased. So Lord Narsingh Dev is offering Prahlad Maharaj that, okay, whatever benediction you want, you please take from me. So Prahlad Maharaj is replying that, my Lord, I am a materialist and I am born of a father absolutely who is very materialist. So I am also a materialist. I am born of a materialist father. So I also become a materialist. But the Supreme Lord, you are offering me some benediction. And I can take any kind of benediction from you. But what is the use of that benediction? And why shall I ask you for any benediction? I have seen my father taking so many benedictions and creating a very big havoc in this earth planet. So, materially, Hiranyakashipu was very powerful. That even the demigods like Indra, Chandra, Varuna, they were also very, threatened by his blazing red fire-like eyes. And he had gained control over the whole universe. And he was so powerful and so much of wealth, riches, reputation. He had everything. But it was finished in 1 second when the Lord, slashed him. So Prahlad Maharaj is saying that why, Lord, you're offering me such benediction. What shall I do with this benediction? If I take that benediction from you also, what will happen? I will become puffed up and do everything that is against Krishna consciousness. And then if I do anything against whatever is your wish, then you will also finish me within a second. So please do not offer me any such benediction, such as material opulences. If you want to only give me any benediction, give me a benediction that I should be engaged in the service of your servants. I want a benediction. Let me be benedicted that by you I may be engaged in the service of your servant, at least not directly in your service, but I can serve your servant. So Krishna is saying that, so Prahlad Maharaj is saying that I want to be the servant of your servant. Bhagwan ke daso ke das banna hai. And then after many prayers that Prahlad Maharaj is offering Lord Narsimha Dev, and after pacifying the Lord, then he became, because Narsingadev was very, very angry. And then he became little pacified. And then, he asked Lord Narsingadev that, my dear Lord, I can ask you one only benediction, that my father was a very, very staunch enemy of yours. And because he exhibited enemy towards you, and because he became your enemy, that was the cause of his death. So I please now ask you, kindly please excuse him and give him liberation. So this is like a Vaishnava son. He did not ask anything for himself. He could have said, no, okay, give me so and so opulences, and because the Lord is giving him with open heart, whatever benediction you want. But still he did not ask anything for himself. And he knew that his father was the greatest enemy. Still he is asking benediction that please, let my poor father, be liberated. So then Lord Narsingadev is guaranteeing that, okay, not only your father will be liberated, but your father's father and, up to 14 generations, they all will be liberated because you are born in this family. And to add to that, Srila Prabhupada says that anybody born as a pure devotee, his 100 previous generations and the 100 next generations, they all will be liberated. So anyone who has become a Vaishnava, devotee of the Lord, he's giving the greatest service to the family. Why? Because in relationship with him, his father, mother, anyone, they will be liberated. Anyone who has a relationship with you as a devotee, they all will be liberated. Even if they have done a little service, even if they have given you a pen, even if they have given you some, gift like a packet or something, they will also be liberated. So just like, if a person, he dies in a fight immaturely. So the government takes care of, his family. If you go on the warfare, and if a particular soldier, while fighting, he dies, so then what happens? The government gives him compensation, his family, all his children's education will be waived off, and they will get some remuneration. So to become a devotee is the greatest qualification. When a person becomes a devotee of the Lord, he has got everything. Why? Because Sanjay, in the last shloka of the Bhagavad Gita, he is saying that Yatra Yogeshwara Hari, Yatra Dhanudhar Dhara Parthaha. So whenever there is Krishna, when and wherever there is Krishna, and wherever there is the Lord's devotee, there will be definitely a victory, fame, name, and all glories will be seen over there. And that is the guarantee that the Lord is giving. So a devotee of Krishna, if needed, and if the guru is unqualified, then the unqualified guru means who does not know how to help or guide the disciple. So the guru's duty is to guide. Guru is a guide. So such kind of gurus can be, least rejected. And Jiva Goswami actually says in one of the statements, he says that a guru who does not know what to do and what not to do, but by mistake or by mistakenly somebody has accepted him as a guru, he can be rejected. Why? Because by rejecting him, you can accept an actual bona fide guru. So the guru is not killed, but he can be rejected. So that is actually the Shastras say that, and the Dharma Shastras say that. So Bhishma Dev and Dronacharya, they definitely, they are gurus. But Krishna is indirectly telling Arjuna that you please give up these gurus who are not actually bona fide gurus. And although they are in a position of guru, you can reject them. And because they do not know anything factually. Why? Because there was so much of injustice done to Pandavas. None of them spoke because of the financial dependence they had on Duryodhan. So Bhishma Dev was materially considered, he materially considered his position. He knew everything from the beginning, that how the Pandavas, when Pandu died, they were parentless, they were fatherless child. And then he has raised the Pandavas right from the beginning. And not only that, there was so much of affection towards the Pandavas that he was thinking that when they were sent to forest, they were banished at that time, Bhishma Dev was crying that these five boys, they are so pure, so honest, and not only pure and honest, they are powerful warriors also. Arjuna was a powerful warrior. Bhim on the other side was a very powerful warrior. And Draupadi was directly the goddess of fortune. And, that uh, and on the side of the Pandavas is their friend, the supreme personality of Godhead, Krishna, is also there. And still they are suffering. He was crying, and he was actually crying out of affection. And therefore, Arjuna is saying that how can I kill Bhishma? But, duty is so strong. Krishna is advising, yes, they must be killed. They must be, put on the other side. They have forgotten their duty, and now you are forgetting your duty. So, therefore, Bhishma is in, or Drona is in no more of the position of the Guru. And that is why you must kill him. So he was actually, it was wrongly joined the other party, Bhishma. And therefore, because he's on the side of Adharma, there is no harm in killing him. And even Dronacharya. Dronacharya, there's like great personalities and they've got so much great affection. But that is only on a material consideration that they have, gone over there. So what is that material consideration? Bhishma thought that, I am maintained by the money of this Duryodhan. Duryodhana is maintaining me. And now Duryodhana is in danger. And if I go on the other side, then I would be, ungrateful. So Bhishma is thinking that he has maintained me so long. And if I, in the time of danger, when there is fighting, and if I go on the other side, it will be so wrong. He thought like this. But he did not think that Duryodhana may be maintaining, but he has usurped the property of the Pandavas. The Pandavas are the legal heir to that particular throne. But, it is his greatness. He knew that Arjuna will never be killed because Krishna is there. Wherever there is Krishna, definitely the devotees ko kuch bhi nahi hota hai. So, from a material point of view, Bhishma is thinking, I might be, I must be grateful to Duryodhana. And that the same position was there for Dronacharya also because they be maintained. So, that is why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that Visher Anna Khaile Maline Hoila Mana. Visher, those who are eating Anna of a materialist person. Vishaire, material, Vishayane material things. So they become darkened because, they took money from, Duryodhana, or they took Anna. So if I'm provided by somebody who's too much materialistic, then that will affect me also. I will also become materialist. I will also become, cripple-minded. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is warning that those who are materialist, Vishayi people, and those who are not devotees, do not accept anything from them. Why? Because your consciousness will be affected. Your clean mind will become unclean. So therefore, a Brahmana and a Vaishnava, they do not accept directly money. They accept only bhiksha. Bhiksha means whatever is required to eat and sustain the body. So when somebody is asking, then bhiksha is sometimes also prohibited from a person because too much of materialist person, if you're taking bhiksha from him, that is also, not allowed, because for sannyasis and for brahmanas, taking bhiksha from a certain materialist person also, that is also not valid. So Arjuna is speaking that instead of killing such great gurus who are so great personalities, it is better to go and take bhiksha. It's better to go and take bowls and beg. So a brahmana, a sannyasi, can beg, and they can beg alms. But a kshatriya cannot. A vaishya cannot. That is not allowed. So Arjuna was a kshatriya. So he says that it is better I shall take the profession of a brahmana and beg door to door instead of enjoying the kingdom by killing my own guru. So this proposal Arjuna is putting Krishna. So Now Arjuna is actually illusioned. Illusion in the sense that he is forgetting his duty. The duty of a Kshatriya is to fight. And whoever is on the opposite party, whether his son is there, his relatives are there, he should not hesitate to even kill his son if he is inimical. So, similarly, a son, and if the father is inimical, he would not hesitate to kill his father also. So that such stringent, or these difficult duties were there of the Kshatriyas, and they used to never take any consideration for that. So Kshatriya cannot consider like that oh, they are my relatives, and how, and that is why Krishna is saying that Kaibalyam, don't be a coward. You are becoming like a coward, and uh, just you get on and you fight. So these are like very serious talks that are going on between Krishna and Arjuna. So this is what is being said in this particular shloka of these two, fourth and fifth. So anybody has any questions, queries, or doubts?
Hare Krishna Mataji, I have one small doubt.
Yes, Prabhu. Shishi Prabhu, yes.
Yes. Vishnudev was a great devotee, Mataji. He was also this Mahajan, one of the 12 Mahajans. Apart from it, he is actually, his body is transcendental. He is daughter of Mother Ganges, and his spiritual master was Brihaspati. Despite all these qualifications, why do we, or Krishna points out a finger towards Vishnudev?
So Bhishma was an instrument in the hands of the Lord. The Lord wanted to show that the vice cannot win over the virtue by being on the wrong side. Bhishma was on the side of adharma. And the Lord wanted to show, even in the history forward to come, that how much ever great warrior you might be, how much ever a great devotee of the Lord you might be, how much ever you might have taken vows of Bhishma Pratigya that I will never marry, and he's got that Ichha Mrityu Vardhan. But still, if you're on the side of adharma and you don't speak on the side of dharma, then definitely a powerful person like Bhishma was also killed, and whoever will do such acts, that particular person also will be killed. Nobody will be spared as such on the basis of his varna or ashrama, or his materialist position, or his opulent position. This is what the Lord wants to say.
Thank you, Mataji.
Any other question anybody has?
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
माताजी, आई वांटेड टू आस्क कि जैसे आपने कहा कि जो मटेरियलिस्टिक नेचर का है उससे नहीं लेना है हमें फूड वगैरह, तो जैसे माताजी अगर कोई डिवोटी है, वो विदाउट ओनियन गार्लिक वो बोलती है प्रसादम प्रोवाइड कर रही है, लेकिन वो बहुत ज्यादा मटेरियलिस्टिक नेचर की है, तो क्या उनसे प्रसादम लेना चाहिए? मतलब जैसे पैसे देके ही लेते हैं हम, तो ऑर्डर करना चाहिए?
See, if she is chanting and she's offering that food to the Supreme Lord, then you can take prasadam from her. Okay. Because बहुत डीप लेवल पे अगर हम देखने जाएंगे तो फिर हम तो किसी से नहीं लेना चाहिए, हमें सिर्फ अपने घर का खाना चाहिए. बट टाइम प्लेस एंड सर्कमस्टेंस देखना चाहिए हमें, कि बहुत ही मतलब ऐसा सिचुएशन आ गया कि अभी हमें उससे लेना ही है तो ले सकते, बिकॉज एटलीस्ट शी इज चैंटिंग एंड शी इज ऑफरिंग फूड टू द लॉर्ड, सो देन यू कैन टेक.
No, Mataji, she's not chanting, just offering to the Lord.
But what mantras is she chanting then? That also is okay. Because offering करने के लिए भी कुछ mantras होते हैं. So are those mantras being chanted?
She's not a proper devotee. She considers herself as a devotee. She puts Vaishnav tilak and all, but not properly guided
No,
as a
no, then you
devotee.
should avoid. Then you should avoid.
Okay,
Yeah.
Mataji.
Mataji, what was the question? Can
Thank
you
you,
explain it?
Yeah, Preeti Mataji was asking that if a particular person he tells himself or herself is a devotee, but is not following the codes and conduct of a particular of devotion or a devotee like chanting and offering food to the Lord. And as you know, I had posted a few days back that what are the proper mantras to be chanted while offering food. If she's not, then we should not eat food from such people's house or from their hands. Like we should not eat food in hotels also. Why? Because we do not know with what consciousness that particular person is making food. Okay. For example, he has fought with somebody and he's saying, now I'm going to just kill that particular person. How dare he tells me anything? Now what his consciousness is, he wants to kill that other person. He's putting that same consciousness in the food while preparing that food. And we are going to take that same food. So what our consciousness will be? We don't want to kill anybody.
True.
But that consciousness, that chetana will come that, oh, I want to kill somebody else. And see, no, if you'll definitely must have heard this, that we need to watch our mind. The mind only will become, actions will become habits, and habits will become your character. So, how does the character develop? Whatever is in your mind, whatever is there in your consciousness. Now, every day morning, we are getting up in the morning, early morning, we wake up, we sacrifice our sleep. We wake up in the morning by 4 o'clock, we chant, we read, we sacrifice so many other things. We don't go here, we don't go there. We are completely dedicated to the movement, and by mistake from some place we drink water, we drink, like if you see the pushti margis, I remember my grandfather was a pushti margi, okay, from the Vallabh Sampradaya, and we had a well in front of our house. He used to not drink water from another village's well also, or another person's well also, wherever he went, because my grandfather was an Ayurvedic doctor. Okay. Sorry, my great grandfather. I'm sorry. My great grandfather was an Ayurvedic doctor, and that same thing my grandfather also followed. So that time he used to not drink water even from somebody else's well, also. So if he had to go to another village, he will carry his own food and he will carry his own water. He will not eat from anybody's house. See, in those days, people were very pious. People used to not even eat onion garlic. They didn't know also what is onion garlic. And people were very pious. So imagine my great grandfather was so conscious that he used to not drink water from somebody else's well also. He'll carry his own food and tiffin and everything, and he will go. So he knew that if I take food from a particular person's house, and if that particular person is a materialistic person, even I will become a materialistic person. Then whatever I am, worshipping the Lord, whatever I am chanting the holy names of the Lord, then that will be completely wastage. And my grandfather used to not charge a single rupee also. Even if he's traveling from one village to another village, he will give those Ayurvedic services free, whether it is medicine also or his consultation also. My great grandfather used to never charge a single rupee to anybody. And still, by the grace of the Lord, his house was running very nicely. So his profession is an Ayurvedic doctor, but he will not take a single rupee. And still his house was running very nicely. He had 11 children, and those all 11 children got married in the best of best houses. So that चेतना should be very nice. That consciousness बहुत हमें बहुत कदम कदम पे हमको देखना है कि मैं किसके हाथ का खा रहा हूँ या खा रही हूँ. But see, many times now we don't have to be व्हाट यू से फैनेटिक्स, हमें फैनेटिक नहीं बनना है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, I am going to my relative's place. Okay, a couple of my relatives, they are non devotees. Okay, so then what we do in that case, we tell them that please don't cook with onion garlic, and we will come a little ahead of time, and then we will do all that masala. अग्नि वाला काम हम करेंगे, जैसे तड़का लगाना है या सब्जियों को झोंकना है, दैट वर्क वी विल डू. यू जस्ट डू द कटिंग वर्क. बट जो अग्नि पर का जो काम है, देन वी विल डू, बिकॉज सी वी हैव टू मेंटेन वेरी गुड रिलेशंस विद आवर relatives. We cannot abandon them because they are not devotees. इनफैक्ट ऐसे डिवोटीज के साथ हमें और अच्छी तरह से बर्ताव करना है. वी हैव टू बी वेरी वेरी फ्रेंडली विद देम, वी हैव टू बी वेरी नाइस विद देम. भर भर के गिफ्ट्स लेके जाओ उनके लिए, प्रसाद लेके जाओ, उनके बर्थडेज पे गिफ्ट्स दो, एंड one day they will melt. They will also become devotees by our good behavior. So ये जो हमारा आचरण जो है, ये हमारा आचरण बहुत अच्छा रखना चाहिए, बिकॉज जो भक्त होता है ना, द डिवोटी इज वेरी कंपैशनेट, क्योंकि उसको पता है कि सभी के हृदय में परमात्मा बसे हुए हैं. बट ही नो शुड नो वेयर टू डिस्क्रिमिनेट. डिस्क्रिमिनेशन करना नहीं चाहिए कि जहां पे अपना सेल्फ बचाव करना है, तो उसको पता होना चाहिए कि मुझे मेरा सेल्फ बचाव कहाँ करना है. एंड एट द सेम टाइम नॉट फॉल प्रे ऑल्सो. ओके प्रीति माता जी.
यस माता जी, एक्चुअली इट वाज माय एक्सपीरियंस विद हर. शी मतलब मुझे पता था कि वो लेट उठती हैं और शायद इतना चैंटिंग वगैरह नहीं करती ही नहीं है, और बहुत ज़्यादा मनी माइंडेड है. और उन्होंने मुझे रिक्वेस्ट की कि आप मुझे कस्टमर्स लाके दो इस्कॉन के, क्योंकि वो ओनियन विदाउट ओनियन गार्लिक ये करती थी. तो मैंने कस्टमर्स भी दिए और उनके बहुत ज़्यादा भी कस्टमर्स हो गए. तो मेरा कुछ तो भी हो गया था प्राइस के ऊपर से, कि मैंने बोला कि देखिए आप थोड़ा रीजनेबल लगाइए. तो उन्होंने मुझे इस लैंग्वेज में बोला कि अगर आपको चीप खाना चाहिए तो आप दूसरी तरफ से लीजिए, मैं आपको टिफिन नहीं दे सकती. तो एक डिवोटी ऐसा बिहेव नहीं करेगा ना माता जी, मतलब इट वाज रॉन्ग ऑन हर पार्ट. एंड शायद अच्छा ही हुआ कि मैंने डिसकंटिन्यू किया फिर उनके यहाँ. तो
Yes, but I think uh, means you can be friendly with her. You just be very friendly with her, and you can induce her to chanting. आप उसके घर जा सकते हो. You can induce her to a little chanting also. You can
माता जी
show
शायद
her the
गॉट लॉट
way.
ऑफ एटीट्यूड आ गए माता जी, उनके बहुत कष्ट, मतलब वो मारवाड़ी हैं और बहुत ज्यादा मनी माइंडेड हैं.
हाँ,
और
मारवाड़ी.
जो पैसे वाले हैं रहते हैं ना, तो उनसे ज्यादा वो ये करती हैं, जैसे ज्यादा ऑर्डर्स मिले. तो एक डिवोटी का ऐसे नहीं रहता है ना माता जी, एक डिवोटी तो हेल्पफुल रहता है ना बहुत ज्यादा.
Yes, yes.
आप मतलब मैंने उनके लिए इतना किया, मतलब बहुत कस्टमर्स दिए, और अगर उसके बदले में अगर मैं एक्सपेक्ट कर रही हूँ कि वो थोड़ा सा प्राइस मेरे लिए रीजनेबल लगाए, तो क्या गलत है ना माता जी. तो
हम्म.
अगर वो सीधा बोल देती हैं कि मैं आपको टिफिन नहीं दे सकती, तो मतलब जब उनको पता
Yeah.
था मेरे बेटे को उनके हाथ
I
का
think
खाना
this is
बहुत
like on a
पसंद है.
personal level. Maybe I'm the admin of this Bhagavad Gita group. आप मुझे just एक message कीजिए ना. We'll just talk it on a personal level. Okay माता जी.
जी माता जी, ओके
Okay.
माता जी.
यहाँ पे
माता जी एक
chat.
और रिक्वेस्ट थी
हाँ
कि
जी.
आपका कोई भी ग्रुप है तो मुझे ऐड कर सकते हैं ये भगवत गीता का छोड़ के.
Okay, just put me a private message. I will add you in all the other groups also. आप
ओके
पूना में
माता
रहते हो, कहाँ रहते हो?
जी. माता जी पुणे में रहती हूँ.
पुणे में कहाँ?
बालेवाड़ी.
ओके, फाइन फाइन, ठीक है. आप मुझे जस्ट एक पर्सनल मैसेज डालिए. ओके. यहाँ पे चैट बॉक्स में देर इज वन मोर क्वेश्चन. हरे कृष्णा पैमो, माय क्वेरी इज हाउ कुड वी इंटरप्रेट the term 100 generations towards the future and 100 generations of backward liberated from this material world, and after that liberation where the souls are living, every soul, because every single soul has nitya nitana chetanas chetananam. Let's suppose if any one person becomes pure devotee, and if her family's member are thinking that by his devotion, Lord freed us by our karmas. Here, what moral can we realize and do bhakti for bound the Supreme Lord? Please explain yours. Also tell about Sat mean, because Lord Chaitanya tells Asat Sang Tyagi A Vaishnavachar. Nice question, Prabhuji. Very wonderful question Nikhilesh Prabhu has asked. So see, when we say 100 generations ahead and 100 generations there, these people will come in association of devotees. Those who have not, for example, now a particular person's pitrus, they are actually somewhere, rotting in the hell. So they will be elevated to earth planet. Or a particular person's pitrus are, in heaven. Heaven is also not, very, what you say, heaven is also in the material world only. Heaven may be, there will be birth and there is death. Definitely in heaven there are two things are not there, which are there on the earth planet. Heaven में old age नहीं है और heaven में diseases नहीं है. लेकिन heaven में birth भी है और death भी है. Right? So these people will, all these generations will be brought back to the earth planet and उनको भक्तों का संग मिलेगा जिसके माध्यम से उनको सुकृति प्राप्त होगी. और सुकृति का जब उनका घड़ा 100% पे आ जाएगा, then they will come in contact with devotees and they will take up devotional service very very quickly. बहुत जल्दी. अभी हम लोग ने भी हम लोग ने भी जब भक्ति में आए हैं तो वी केम इमीडिएटली. वाई? बिकॉज हमारी सुकृति का घड़ा जो है वो 100% भर गया. दैट इज वाई वी थॉट दैट यस एवरीथिंग इज फेवरेबल टू अस. किसी ने बोला 4 माला करो, हमने 4 माला शुरू की. फिर बोले 8 माला करो, तो हम लोग ने 8 माला किया. फिर बोले कि 12 करो, तो 12 किया. और 16 तो 16 पे आ गए. फिर बोला 25 तो 25 पे भी पहुंच गए थे. तो लाइक दैट, बिकॉज सुकृति भर गई थी हमारी, सो वी वर ओबीडियंट एंड वी केप्ट ऑन फॉलोइंग. लेकिन हमारे जो पितृ है अभी उनकी सुकृति नहीं है, या जो आने वाली पीढ़ी है उनकी भी सुकृति नहीं है, तो उनको भक्तों का संग मिलेगा, सुकृति डेवलप हो जाएगी और वो भक्त बनेंगे. और इस तरह से इन पीढ़ियों को जो है वो भक्त बन के उनको लिबरेशन मिलेगा, उनको सुकृति मिलेगी. और आपके दूसरा जो प्रश्न है विच सेज दैट चैतन्य महाप्रभु से असत संग त्यागे यही वैष्णवाचार. असत संग मीन्स व्हाट? असत संग मीन्स जो संग जो है विच इज नॉट फेवरेबल फॉर आवर कृष्णा कॉन्शियसनेस. जो संग विल नॉट टेक यू टूवर्ड्स कृष्णा बट विल टेक यू अवे फ्रॉम कृष्णा, देन ऐसे संग को त्याग देना है. ऐसे फ्रेंड्स को, लाइक आई रिमेम्बर आई वॉज सो अटैच्ड टू माई फ्रेंड्स इन माई कॉलेज, but as soon as I came in Krishna consciousness, I tried to get them into Krishna consciousness, but they were not ready and they were making fun and mockery, so I had to leave them. I had to uh, uh, quit in a way that they should not offend the Lord in any way. But yes, I used to do one thing all the time. I used to always give them prasad. And out of that, 2 of my friends are devotees now, because they became devotees not through me, because we can say that we were just one thing that I kept on giving them prasad, and then after marriage they came in touch with some devotees in their own cities, and that's how they became devotees. But I was always respectable to my friends. But yes, I did not associate with them. I did not eat tiffins with them. I did not, participate in their movies. Wherever they went for movies and they went for outings, I did not go for those outings. So that is called असत संग त्याग. मतलब आपको संग लेना नहीं है, आपको कोशिश करनी कि आप अपना संग दो ताकि उनका भला हो जाए. ठीक है प्रभु जी? अगर कुछ क्लैरिफिकेशन चाहिए तो आप चैट बॉक्स में लिख सकते हो. ठीक है. ओके, आई हैव वन क्वेश्चन. हैज अटेंडेड there is one more question. Has attended another class, has to attend another class. Okay, fine. So she's saying that my doubt is, as we don't have such big problems or situation like Arjuna to kill our family, but at present do we follow teachings Artha Shastra or Dharma Shastra? Yeah, we are following Dharma Shastra, so please follow Dharma Shastra only. And as in Kali Yuga, not so fortunate to see, hear and talk and be justice. I mean, we are not in Ram Rajya. Yes, we have to just follow Dharma Shastras, whatever the Dharma Shastra, and whatever is being laid by the Dharma Shastras. Now, how will you come to know? By studying Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam that we are doing, you will understand what are the Dharma Shastras. Okay, Bindu Mataji. Yeah, Disha Mataji, your hand is raised. Please ask me question.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavad Pranam.
Hello.
My question is, like in Mahabharata, it is very easy to identify which is dharma side, which is adharma side. But in our life, we are not able to distinguish. So how to distinguish whether we are like, when sometimes happens like when we have to take stand for anyone or anything like this, we are not sure whether what we are doing is right or wrong. So then how to know that?
Yeah, very good question. Very, very good question. So, how will you know that whether you are on the side of dharma or dharma? You only have to have only one statement in your mind is that is it going to help me this in my Krishna consciousness? It's going to help me elevate in my Krishna consciousness. Is it going to take me more nearer to Krishna? Then it is dharma. But if it is taking you away from Krishna, then it is adharma. And any argument also, na, kuch bhi argument bhi ho na, we should try to avoid that argument. Because argument, if you see, na, argument mein kuch nikalta nahi hai. And I'm telling from my own experience that we argue, that person says 2 and I say 4 and then he says 8 and then I say 16. Nothing actually from these arguments come up. Why? Because we are just wasting time. We are wasting our consciousness also, and then we keep on hovering on that argument. So as soon as an argument starts, you just stop over there only. I said, no, this argument is not moving towards Krishna consciousness. So there's no, bhai, ha, tu sahi hai. Like if you see, even our Goswamis used to do the same thing. Like there were many Digvijay Pandits and all, they used to come in Vrindavan. And Jiva Goswami, Rupa Goswami, or Sanatan Goswami, sorry, not Jiva Goswami, Sanatan Goswami and Rupa Goswami used to very, very easily, give their thappa and certificate that, okay, you all are Digvijay Pandits, you all are Pandit, आपने हमें हरा दिया. No argument, कुछ नहीं. ऐसे ही वो लोग certificate दे देते थे. Why? Because they thought that it is wastage of time. It is better that I chant more rounds or remember the pastimes of the Lord or read the pastimes of the Lord rather than arguing with these, Digvijay Pandits. Let them be happy taking that certificate and let them be happy thinking that they have won over us. So then if it is going into a Krishna conscious diversion, then it is dharma. Otherwise, it is adharma. Okay, Disha Mataji?
Okay, Mataji, thank you.
Welcome. Rupa Mataji, you had some question?
Hare Krishna Mataji. Mataji, we had a recent incident in our family and I wanted to know what happens to the soul. My best friend's daughter committed suicide, Mataji, and they were like pure devotees, but not to Krishna, but to Shiva and Amman. So they pray and then every day they do Rudram and every Fridays they do like Sri Chakra, that I don't know, that Soundarya Haris and all. So they are like each and every day they only pray to God but nothing else. And the kid is like 15-year-old and then she committed suicide, hanged herself. So now my question is, I have read in Bhagavad Gita saying that whatever you pray to, that you will attain in the next life. And then this soul, it has been listening to all the mantras. I mean 24 hours, I could say. That is how much they are into that kind of ritualistic things. So now this soul, can it come directly, or should it wait for whatever amount of life is being given by the God, because she forcefully taken? So
Yes,
until that time
yes. She'll have to wait. She'll be actually, currently she is moving around on this earth planet as a ghost only. So for example, she was destined 60.
even if she is listening to all these mantras also, like every single day.
She's listening to which mantras? She's
I
listening
mean,
to Shiva mantras, right?
Rudrams and all that.
She's listening to with Rudra mantras and all. She will go in the planet of the demigods. Lord Shiva also has his own abode. She will go in Lord Shiva's abode. But after going to Lord Shiva's abode, also she has to come back down to this earth planet. Because when everything is annihilated, at the time of annihilation, all these abodes, the Brahma's abode also and Shiva's abode also, and all the abodes of the demigods, they get finished up. They get annihilated. And only those planets which are eternal, they remain. So then again, when there is recreation of the cosmic manifestation, then they have to take birth on the earth planet or in that planet and again come down. Till the time they do not worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, till the time they do not take up to Krishna consciousness, they have to move around in this earth planet again and again. So this is there in the Bhagavad Gita. You read chapter 7. Chapter 7, chapter 9 speaks a lot about those who are worshipper of the demigods will go to the demigods planet. Those who are, Krishna himself is saying this, that those who worship the demigods, they will reach my own planet. They will reach that planet of the demigods. But those who worship me unalloyedly, then they will reach my planet that is called Golok Vrindavan. So yes, she'll have to move in that planet. But we can pray for her so that she can get some nice gati and she can also become a Krishna conscious devotee. Okay, Mataji, does that satisfy you?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Anybody else has any questions, queries?